I know one thing. I'm gonna make the oil companies rich. Why? When I was matter of fact, up to mid 80s, but in the early 80s, we lived up in Highland County, Ohio, and we used to cut wood in the dead of winter. We always cut wood in the dead of winter. They say cold wood splits easier, and I think that's right. But your hands stay numb. Dad cut a big tree down, and we'd be my uncle. We'd cousins. We'd all be working at it. We cut two or three. They cut two or three big trees down. We'd spend all day carrying wood, stacking wood. And I'll never, ever, ever, ever do that again. I would rather pay $40 a gallon for heating oil and have a furnace and cut wood. You cut wood as long as we did, and I'd rather make the oil companies rich. No more cutting wood for me. A lot of hard work, and your hands stay numb all day. And after all that cold carrying wood in cold dead of winter, never one time, none of us ever got frostbite. We wore gloves, but the glove, snow on the ground, snow on the wood when they cut the trees up, snow everywhere. Your gloves stay wet. Never, ever got frostbite. None of us. I was listening to the weather service, and I was listening to the temperature. I love how they do it. In these bitter cold, dress, and I quote, use common sense and dress warmly. I think they got to say that so if people start killing over from hypothermia or frostbite, they can't point fingers at the National Weather Service. Hey, they gave us a warning, National Weather Service. Well, I think they hype it up just a little bit. In other words, what I'm saying here, I'm not saying it's not dangerous. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, I think even cheap gloves helps you more than what you think it does because, like I said, we used to cut wood in the dead of winter, wore cheap gloves. We didn't wear expensive because, you're carrying wood, you tear your gloves up. That's why we always wore cheap gloves like jerseys. And fingers always numb. Never got frostbite. Never. Oh man, I tell you what, it was so good. Like toward late in the day, towards sunset, I was so glad to hear, okay, we're done. Just, stack the wood and go on in the house where it's warm. Your hands would be so damn numb. It'd take you, they stinging, all that feeling coming back, the stinging in your fingers. No, one time did we ever get frostbite. No, one time. None of us. As far as I can remember, none of us. I think they hype it up a little bit because legally they have to. So like I said, no backlash comes at them. As a National Weather Service, they have to legally give you a warning. But dress warmly. Use common sense. I'm going to put a ski mask on here in a minute. And I'll wear my regular gloves. I'm going to put a pair of jersey gloves because my fingers always suffer. I'm going to put a pair of jersey gloves over my good gloves and see if that helps. Wind chill is 8 below. And these blizzard... The regular temperature's 9 above. So these blizzard proof will go down to 0. But, oh yeah. Cut wood all day in the cold. Never got sick. No,